Hi all, welcome to my channel, welcome to my world, the world away, and it's the weekend, so it's another Welcome to the Cave. So we got two submissions today. The first one's by Chris Campbell. Now if you remember way back when we had Stewpot give his man cave, which he hasn't even built yet, it was just basically a clear space, thinking of ideas of where he can actually put things and you know, the space that he's got to use for a cave. Well, with Chris Campbell, he's just moved into a house and everything is everywhere, and it's quite an insight into see what sort of things you're going to have to let go if you're downgrading or if you've got lease space and stuff like that, and what's going to stay. So Chris's cave, you're going to see here, a lot of things are still in boxes. They're not actually out. There's quite a mess everywhere because he is moving. But I do like your dog, Josh, your little dachshund. I'd love a dachshund to be a friend for Phoebe. The other thing is I had to rewind your video about 3 or 4 times when you mentioned fart ninjas. You'll see what I mean when you watch Chris's cave.
Hello everyone. Just seen Josh zooming about as he normally does. Before we go to my man cave slash living room slash dining room slash workspace slash playroom. Like to say this is like work in progress. You know, we've not long moved in. COVID struck. A lot of stuff that we're trying to get rid of via charity shops have been stuck in the house, so we kind of, you know, it's messy. There's my dog Rukia, named after an anime character in Bleach. I actually sold all my Funko Pop collection to buy her. So anyway, let's get looking in this, well, pit, I'd say, not man cave. Well, up here we got my files of different builds I'm doing at the moment. My partner's college work, which should be resuming hopefully next year or two. We do read a lot. You know, sorry about the junk, but as you can see, I'm a very fan of, well, Dean Koontz basically. So I got more books there. Dean Koontz, and I got photo albums, and that's my dog barking. He's in that case, but anyway. On the windowsill, got me Star Wars light. Apparently they're called fart ninjas. When you switch them on, you go past them, they let off. This is a recent addition. For my 40th, my partner bought me the Final Fantasy VII Remake, special edition, with Cloud on his bike. As my son with Darth Vader in Disneyland Paris. I'm trying not to catch a lot of junk as my son's schoolwork for the COVID situation. I do play games when I get a chance. Over here is our R2 money box. Everybody's a Star Wars fan in the house. Gizmo there. I had him, well, when he first came out, and he's still there. He still squeaks. Unfortunately, I can't reach him because there's a lot of stuff in the way. Various photos of family. Various 40 birthday cards. My dog, Josh, well, not my dog, my son's dog, Josh, had a birthday last week, I think it was. The Scooby-Doo, I was in my first car. I know you were talking about cars yesterday. My first car was a SL1 Saturn. And a load of shoes, vacuum cleaner, and a washer table. Oh, Jesus. I've got a lot of miscellaneous graphic novels, Terminator issues 63 to 64, I think it is. Not 66, sorry. My Blu-ray collection. It's not big, it's not small like that. That's just more stuff falling. Batman statues, Alien statue, Halo statue, my music in the 2 black thing cases. That's my son's Spiderbot, which was kindly donated by one of the teaching staff or the cleaning staff in the local hub. There's my Batman, original Batman collection. This is all my TV, DVDs / Blu-rays. Like I said, big fan of Bleach, which is a anime series from the 2000s. My son's, well, I would say Disney Infinity / Lego Dimensions. All of the things are now obsolete, but we've kept them. My PlayStation collection, his Switch collection. There's the Terminator there, which I'm going to start building the bottom of the foot. Oh, my drugs are in the way. Legal drugs, I'm sorry. So there's my son and my partner's soft toy, part of the soft toy collection. Over there, there's loads upstairs. There's still some in boxes, I think. And this is all I've got to sort out here, these boxes here. It's not really ideal. But as COVID has popped up, I can't get rid of like all these DVDs that go in the charity shops and what have you. This is like 1, 2, 3, 4. There's about 7 bags like this I gotta get rid of. I've already got rid of a lot more. So I think I'm blabbering on a bit now. Like I said, it is in work in progress. Maybe when it's updated, maybe I can show you again, but it won't be till after the crisis is gone. I have got a load more stuff in sheds packed away because there's no room for it. I've given a lot of stuff away. I gave away my Marvel figurine collection to a friend, which he was eyeing up for a while, so we got rid of that. I've given some DVDs off to my friend in China because, you know, it's a lot of money to buy DVDs, and some of them are like off the market and not very good quality. I think that is it really. That's my man cave in progress, and hopefully I can show you again. It's looking a lot better. I think I got everything. I don't know. Yeah, there's a couple of Loot Crate things there. There's some games I haven't even played yet, some videos I haven't watched. So this is the table I normally use when I'm doing my gear. And there's a car, I don't know if you can see the stains, but that's where I tipped the model paint the other day and had to clean up, so I got to get a professional carpet cleaner to fix my mistake. Well, I gotta go back to work, get ready to go to work now, so see you guys on chat. See Ian, brother from another mother, and Wayne, and of course Mrs. Wayne. Bye. Say bye, Josh. Bye.
So thank you for that, Chris. Yeah, definitely resubmit when you've actually got everything sorted out and put where you want. That's going to be excellent. The second cave we've got for you is Colin Walker. Now, I've done a voiceover for Colin's video, and I have put some music in the background. Absolutely loads of collections of the Star Trek figurine spaceships, and we've also got quite a few motorbikes in there as well. But I hope you like my commentary. I'm sure it gives you an idea of some of the things I saw in there. And you eagle-eyed people who are into this sort of thing are probably going to notice things I haven't even mentioned. But this is Colin Walker's cave. Now for Colin's cave, I've put some music over the back and do a voiceover. I do like you've got a lot of the Star Trek figures there. I think a lot of them are the Eagle Moss figurine collection. Tim Burton Batmobile diecast, I'm guessing, and that's the DeLorean as well. But I was really impressed. My brother has collected that Star Trek ships collection, but they're still in the cases and stuff, so it's hard to see them. That's a Loot Crate Batman, I believe, there. I could be wrong, but I've got the same one. Nice bike. I do like the motorbikes. Mrs. Worldaway won't let me have a bike. I used to have one, but I had to get rid of it. Some Marvel movie collection figurines, I've noticed that, and the BB-8 there. And I believe that Terminator head is a Loot Crate as well. Am I wrong? Is there some Loot Crate stuff in there? The Han Solo was a free gift from the Millennium Falcon build, I believe. I've got that as well. A Mustang. That's the D'Agostini Mustang, I'm guessing. And there's the Ferrari F40 in the status. I love the toolbox there. That's excellent. And here's the ships that I was on about. We've got some Star Wars ships there. They look pretty good. Where are they from? Are they like Micro Machines or something? They're pretty impressive. I know there was a period where there was no Star Wars merchandise at all, and then Micro Machines took the gap in the market there. Look, some Futurama ship there. That's definitely Loot Crate. But yeah, Micro Machines took the market on it, and if you wanted Star Wars stuff, you'd go to Micro Machines. What's in the box? Oh, hello. That's pretty cool. That's a weird plane. I do love looking at the advantage of, you know, not having a commentary is that I can just look and pick out things that I notice. Obviously the Bismarck there, the plate. A lot of people are after that plate for the Bismarck, the information plate. Bird of Prey. I like those Bird of Preys. That looks quite a big scale of those as well. You are definitely a big Star Trek fan. Look at all the ships. You know you're going to get some people commenting about where you're getting your cabinets. That is an amazing bike collection. Wow. That looks to be another one of the part works, am I right? I didn't collect that. There's the Valentino Rossi M1 there. YZR. Wow. That's impressive. My bike of choice would be that we've got a Harley Davidson shop down the road here, and every time I pass it, Mrs. Rhoda Wayne's like, keep driving. I'm not even allowed to stop and look. And they've got a cafe there, so you know, theoretically I could have a takeaway bacon butty or something, but yeah, I'm not allowed one. So I did say to her, what about a trike? So you can ride it. It's got 3 wheels, so I think she's okay with that. So I'm getting there. That is impressive. I do love the Star Wars ships, and Graham Loki sent me a couple, and they're a lot more detailed than I thought they were, to be honest with you. I just didn't want to get into the state of getting a ship which was just off camera, or you know, it was behind 5 other ships for 0.2 of a second in the show, which is why we made one. For the amount that's in that collection at the moment, I'm sure some of these ships didn't get a lot of screen time. But see what I mean? There's some great ones there. That looks like the ship from Independence Day. You certainly got some amazing cabinets there. Because can you imagine how much it would be to dust all of that all the time? I'm sure that does a good job keeping the dust out. But yeah, is that some Metal Earth figurines I see at the bottom as well? Deep Space Nine. I'm sure I just saw some Metal Earth figurines on the right hand cabinet. No, it's a biplane or a triplane. You have got absolutely tons of these. Did you keep the magazines as well? See, I was only interested in the stock products for that, so I never kept the magazines. Oh, this is what really gets me. Look, you got a paint station there by the look of it. I love to, yep. See, I need one of them. I need to make one of them. because I'm getting myself in a big mess, but how you store your paints around there, I do like the idea of a system like that, so it's easily able to grab all your paints in one place, drawers for your knickknacks. The workstations are what appeals to me. This is where I get my ideas from, to be honest with you, with the racks and how we do that. That's impressive. Everything available where you need it. See, but you need to be in the frame of mind to put things back after you use them, otherwise you never find them. There's another ID4 ship. I do recognise the Independence Day spaceships there. And some of your packs there. There's the Batmobile. I do like the Burton Batmobile. That would be the one of choice if I could build that. The D'Agostini R2-D2. And that's the D'Agostini Falcon mounted to the wall. Heavy beast, isn't it? Thank you for that, Colin. That's really appreciated. So thank you once again, you two, for submitting your videos. Now, tomorrow we're going to be having David Janik and Clive Furbank's cave. We've still got Alex Cordia, Chris Purdy, Jason from DHD Galactic and Josh Warner's cave to go. If you want to submit your cave, I'll give you information on tomorrow's video just to let you know how to transfer it onto WeTransfer.com and send it to me. If you look at some of the previous videos anyway, or in the video description, it will tell you how to do that. But I really do hope you liked that video. If you did, please remember to give me a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed already, please remember to subscribe. Other than that, take care.